Today we are going to talk about how to write a Python script that iterates through a whole lot of data. We started this project with an overwhelming amount of data on air mass types across the United States and Canada. This map shows the data in ArcMap, where we have an individual database for the years 2002 to 2015.
Each yearly database contains a point layer and a polygon layer for each day of the year. Within the point layer is information on the air mass type by location for each weather station. These can be seen in each layer's attribute table. These air mass types include dry polar, dry moderate, dry tropical, moist polar, moist moderate, and moist tropical.
We wanted to look at the daily occurrence of air mass types in Philadelphia over the 14 years that we had data for, but to do this manually, we would have to mine through nearly 4,700 attribute tables.
This was obviously too much work, so we decided to write a Python script that did the work for us. Here's the script we wrote. We're going to go ahead and run it, and as it runs, we will talk about what it does.
So first we imported the ArcPy, OS, and CSV modules and set the overwrite output to true. Next, we ran a for loop that iterates through the yearly database files, which we put in a list.
We set the workspace to our folder path plus dates so that through each iteration, the workspace path actually changes to be the location of the yearly database.
Next, we made a new empty list called path holder and ran a for loop that selects out the points layer and appends each point layer to the newly created list.
Then we create another empty list called phl_list. From there, we run another for loop that selects Philadelphia and the associated air mass 1 and date for each daily attribute table.
Once we have each of these selections, they were appended to the PHL list, which is then dumped into a new CSV for each year with the column headings day and field.
Here are our CSV files for each year, which were put into our final project data folder. Here's an example of what each CSV contains.
Writing this script allowed us to examine a massive amount of data which we would not have been able to do by hand.